There we need to go. I was like, do we need to fight that monster again? No, I don't think so. Oh gosh. I think I kind of wish they gave us more to go on. More dialogue, more explanation. It's a very short epilogue. Wait. It is the right way. Where did we need to go again? Oh, don't tell me I can't. Isn't Renoir right here? Don't tell me we can't reload. I think we might not be able to reload. I mean, where would I continue? I think the game saved. Oh boy. Yeah, Fox, I think we can't reload. And I think that is and that was our decision. Ah, that sucks. Mm-hmm. I don't think we can load. I think there is only... You can only continue. If you talk to you again? Renoir's no longer there. Oh gosh. Us. Oh. Oh boy, what an ending it was then. I don't know. I guess Maelle, as you said, Monochan, Maelle made Verso mortal. But he really didn't seem happy. And I'm not sure if he's unhappy about himself, or if he's unhappy about Maelle. Alicia is really dying there. 20 minutes. What do you mean 20 minutes, Fox? It's really been a crazy story. I mean, we still have stuff to do. We can still do things, fight bosses and everything. But oh boy. Also just really great characters. I still wish we got more answers from Verso, because Verso's been very mysterious the whole time. I think it's also a little bit sad how little the others matter in the end. I mean, as Verso you can romance like Sciel or Lune. You still want to destroy everything? Like, I think it would have been nice to have a bit more involvement of Sciel, Lune, and Monoco. Oh boy. Well, I guess we won't be able to see the other ending, or at least I wouldn't know how. Wait, we lost the flag again. The heck? Ah yeah, I'm just blind. So much for no spatial awareness. You also can't go back to the main menu or anything like that. I was away a few minutes phone call. Ah, no worries about that. But yeah, we can't play the other ending, Fox. You can't. Look at that. Do you see Renoir? Me neither. That's the issue. So the game apparently saves, and you get this save where you can return and do other things. Oh no, reload. You can't. You can just continue. Like the game threw me back to the main menu, and then I said, okay, continue, and then I ended up here. I don't think there's any other way to do that. From main menu, I think I can only... I mean, we can try that, but I'm quite sure that from the main menu, you can only continue. Ah, boy. The game is starting up again. We will see, we will see. What an ending. I also do wonder what happens to Verso in that ending. But yeah, see? We can only continue. No previous saves. Wait. There, we can go back. Big question is how much do we need to go back? 9 minutes. I think that could be... That could be right. 7:51? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, come on. Now I have to restart the game because I can't go back to the main menu. I hate it when games do that. There's no way to go back to the main menu. Oh well. Let's start the game again. Pretty heartbroken. Yeah. It is a very sad ending. For me it's not a very cheery ending, but it just makes you feel the void, right? It just makes you feel empty. Because no matter what you do, your original mission was doomed to fail. I like that Lumiére survives. I like that the other characters survive. But at what cost, right? It makes sense, but still a really sad ending for Maelle. I'm not sure if the other ending might not be the sadder one. But we will see. We will see now. Yeah, I feel very empty after that ending. Same. Oh boy. Free, no main menu button. Nope. Just gonna jump ahead since we've just seen that. We're just gonna go for the decision. And this time, we fight as Verso. He's eradicating everyone. Everything we saw, everyone we saw, will be gone. Oh, Maelle.
Here we go.
I also don't like that we fight. Fight our unbreakable bond.
Verso, stop! You can't just decide this for everyone!
We're all hypocrites, doing the same thing to each other.
Same lines. And once again, they're both right. We're both deciding for the whole world. Then again, I think it's a difference to be like, do we decide for the whole world to be eradicated or for the whole world to continue on, right? This hurts, it does. It does hurt seeing them fight.
Here we go.
It's way harder to dodge her. Oh, Maelle.
Here we go.
I also wonder how different this would have been with Gustave still alive, right? would have been another point to, and I guess that's another point for Verso to not rescue Gustave. He wants Maelle, he wants Alicia to leave. He wants this world to end. He doesn't want any attachment for her. Oh gosh.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, huh? You've got this incredible power to paint. You'll never have to suffer a life you don't want. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah. And I guess it doesn't matter anymore that Renoir wants to destroy it. Gosh, and everything created will be gone.
I will miss you guys.
Must be so horrible for them. After they traveled all that time with Verso, trusting him. It's okay. It's over. Verso. That's definitely the more cheery ending.
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'alignent dans le creux de nos mains. Deux mondes se dessinent, l'un peint de rêve où le chagrin s'efface.
Looking surprisingly okay.
L'autre nu et réel où notre deuil prend place. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles où tout commence, rien ne finit. Dans le dessin, toile vierge, horizon lointain, peignons ensemble les couleurs de demain, au clair obscur. Œuvres infinies, chaque pas trace la route d'une vie. Au lendemain non écrit,
That is really sad.
sous les étoiles où tout commence, rien ne finit.
I think they resent each other way more after all the battles, after 67 years of fighting.
Les liens restent éternels dans le dessin.
I disagree as shown. You think after fighting for 67 years, you would just go back to being all loving? It definitely felt like this way sadder ending. After fighting that long, they're probably too tired to be angry. Don't you think after like decades of waging war against each other, that you would lose love? I don't know. Such a long time. Gosh, that was definitely the way sadder ending for me. They grow apart from each other. I would say even more, because I mean, it is like an open conflict, right? On the one hand, it's obviously 67 years of not like being nice to each other. So you do have growing apart, but I mean, it's like an open conflict, right? They both tried everything to destroy or create, and in a pretty violent way. I mean, they imprisoned each other. I don't know. Either way, not a very healthy relationship. Good gods. Yeah, that's the amount of emotional trauma I expected from the end of this game. I still stand by everything. It was amazing. Music, lovely. Art style, amazing. Very cool characters. Very mysterious. Lots of very unexpected twists. But boy, my heart is shattered. I will need a lot of fanfiction to mend that. And probably a lot of fixed fanfiction. Thank you, fucks. We made it. And we've beaten quite a few optional bosses. I'm gonna miss it. Gosh, in this ending, everything is gone. All the characters, all the stories. What I gotta say is, it does change some things that you still need the original creator for the world to exist. Which is interesting. That just means that the painting itself is not alive to some degree, right? It's kept alive by the painter. Which makes me wonder how much influence Verso social had. How much influence was there on like what's going to happen? Not the first ending more bittersweet, and at least Maelle seems happy and Gustave is alive, and also Sophie. I would say so too, I agree. The first one was very bittersweet. You know it's not perfect, you know what's happening. But you know that like most characters have a happy ending like that, at least for a time. And with the second one, it's just oblivion for most of our characters. And with everything that family has been through, and the way they've treated each other, yeah, I don't know. Second, I think this ending is better. They're both sad, of course, because of first Alicia gets over it. Do you think Alicia gets over it? I would say that remains to be seen how she handles the guild, right? She doesn't become a controlling paintress which forces Verso to do her bidding. That is true. You mean not painted Verso, but like Verso soul fragment, right? Second Verso soul is now finally fully free. I do wonder about that as well. Does Verso soul truly want to be completely free? If so, why did he never stop painting? Is it guilt? Or is it actually still wanting the world to continue to be alive? And I think that changes a lot regarding Verso. Because I'm not sure if I'm just justifying things for myself, but I'm like, he continued, right? He continued painting. I guess he wanted that, because I mean, no one... I know that Maelle kinda, like... I mean, Maelle forced him in a way to not go with Verso. But before Verso suggested that, it was just like, painting. And we've talked to him in Lumiére, and he seemed like pretty torn, right? But I don't know. If this was Matrix, I'd say, okay, they are real people connected to a fake world, but they're not, they're just magical imaginations. I don't know if I agree with that. I think we just... I mean, the game keeps it vague, right? Like, I definitely see where you're coming from, and that's completely fair. Which changed. Like, I think like 2 streams ago I was like, how can you see them as not being real? But I guess with Verso Soul Fragment needing to continue painting, the big question is like, how real are they? Right? They felt real. How much is still influenced by... But I mean, they still feel, they still make their decisions, they still react, they still are sentient, right? That doesn't change. By needing Verso Soul Fragment to be alive. I mean, it's like, in an abstract way, even if you need like, I don't know, an artificial heart or something, doesn't make your legs alive, right? But I very much see how you can have like different opinions on that. That's completely fine. That's why Maelle's ending is bad. She's living a life. She's pushing. Ah, great. Let me look at my phone. She's pushing sorrow deep inside her and living that fake life. I get it's not getting over it. That for sure. How much she's going to get over it in the real world, outside the canvas, I would still say that remains to be seen. And also how good her life is going to be. Because that family is a pretty broken family. A very controlling father, a mother who is also completely lost in sorrow. And I mean, that's also not magically gone, right? They all have a very messed up psyche, and that's going to stay. Bruno and Lune get over their fight once you push them out of the canvas, I think. That's why they get over the grief. That's why they're in the good ending. I don't know. I think that's too much reading into that. I don't know. It could also just be simple single gesture just because they're going to the because they're making the funeral, right? I don't know. Production dogs Monoco? Oh, that's cool. Clea was mad before, still mad. True. Yeah, but he was tired. True. I mean, that's the thing. Verso's soul fragment was pretty torn, right? He was tired, but he also wanted to keep painting to some degree, right? The broken people you find, boys, are all fragments of Verso. Yeah, that I know. They keep telling you and asking you if they should continue near the end. Yeah, I noticed that. But I mean, that just shows that Verso's soul fragment is also torn and not set on like either course. And I saw one good online thing that I found funny but interesting. Verso saved Alicia from fire, and then he, in his ending, saved her again from herself. If she's having a good life outside the canvas. And I'm not so sure about that. I wish it for her. True, on the other hand, she might be in the canvas a year and then leave. But she was giving those insinuations that she wants to live a lifetime with Verso. But I mean, at least in her ending, it looked like Verso was aging and was mortal, right? Because he was like way older than Maelle. Maelle's life outside the canvas isn't great. Yeah, and I don't see how that's going to change. But who knows? Oh boy. But yeah, there's still a few things to do in the game, so this isn't goodbye. I will just take a small break to take a few deep breaths to get some tea, and then we can continue, I would say. I mean, they really thought about everything. She's severely burned and disfigured outside, but you know, we all endure our problems and what life gives us. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about coping mechanisms, right? Which ones are healthy and which ones aren't. But many coping mechanisms aren't healthy by themselves, but they're kind of necessary to deal with things. I don't know. I think also depending on how much... I think depending on your own experiences, your view on that situation changes a lot. Like, did you have issues with mental health issues, with biological family, or with chosen family? I think those are all topics which are kind of relevant, right? Kind of also was pretty old in Maelle's ending. Yeah, right? I mean, we hear Maelle ask Verso if he grew old, if he could find a reason to smile. I think she did it was a way to try manipulate him into being happy. I'm not sure if I would call that manipulation, or if I would rather call it like granting him his wish to make him mortal and aging. Power corrupts. I think that's the thing about painters in general. All the painters and paintresses are selfish. And I think that's also why it's so easy for Renoir to just completely ignore that those people are people to some degree, right? Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, Verso was unpaint me, I don't want this life. Yeah. Well, I like that you can have so different takes, because I think it's rare to have like a choice where both sides have very valid reasons. Because usually, very often, even with like morally grey decisions, to me it feels like there's obviously like well, maybe not very obviously, but if you go into it, there's like a better ending. And I would say it's the most even one. I would still stick to with my first decision, but I can really see other people valuing other things in that and going for the other decision to go for Verso's ending. That's a rarity in games, a game that makes you think a lot. Yeah, absolutely. I think it also would be very cool to replay the game. And see everything with the knowledge you have now. But there's way too many games out there. I have way too little time to do that, so we're not going to replay Expedition 33. But maybe someday. Maybe someday we are. We will. This is Moon Game of the Year, I'll be very, very angry. I also gotta say, I couldn't imagine what other game currently would win Game of the Year. It really is a piece of art. Yeah, like the knee-jerk reaction is to say Maelle's ending is wrong. But who wouldn't want to live in a fantasy when your reality is that fucked up? I think many folks would go down Maelle's road. I can't judge it too hard. I don't know, as I said before, for me, it is about like way more people than Maelle. Because it feels like the whole game, and also like, I mean, you're playing those painted people, right? Shows you they have struggles. For them, everything is real. Their emotions are real, their struggles are real, their memories are real for them. So I don't know. I think if you just look for Maelle, if you don't care at all about anyone else, it is a different case. But I don't know how you can arrive at that conclusion with everything the game showed us so far. Or the bonds we made. I don't know. But yeah, different people, different strokes, different opinions on that, and that's fine. Both endings are right, no endings wrong. Yeah. And that's rare, I'd say. Alrighty. Small tea break. And then I will be back and we will fight some more bosses.